Hi students, in this video we will discuss about Prime Minister and President. What are the difference between the Prime Minister and President? Why do we need a President when we already have a Prime Minister? So let's start. In India we do have a parliamentary form of government. Usually there are two types of political systems. One is the presidential form of government, another is the parliamentary form of government. In the presidential form of government, president is the supreme head. However, in parliamentary form of government, there exists a prime minister and also a president. We will discuss more in detail about these two political systems in further videos, and in this video we will stick to the difference between this prime minister and president. The prime minister is called as the head of the government. However, the president is called as the head of the state. What is the difference between government and a state? For example, in the previous lectures, we have said that through democratic means, we will elect the representatives and we will send the MPs to the parliament. For example, we have 100 MPs in a parliament. Out of this, if 51 MPs belong to one political party, and they all decided to form a government, me because they have achieved majority here, because out of 100 if they achieve a majority, that is at least 51, which is 50% plus 1, got it, at least 51, then it says they have achieved the majority. Once any political party achieves a majority, they can form the government. So in a parliament, if a political party achieves a majority, they can form a government. And the leader of the largest party, that is who forms the government, is called as the prime minister. Got it? So he is basically a member of parliament, but the leader of the party or a coalition. We will discuss about coalition later. Okay, leader of a political party who commands majority in the Lok Sabha. This is very important, not in the Rajya Sabha. In the Lok Sabha, he is called prime minister. Got it? When I say head of the government can be changed. For example, some other political party, because some of these member of parliaments, they can change the political party and they can get elected on the ticket of another political party, and the numbers can change. In the same way, some other political party can also form a government in the of 5 years. Okay, when other political parties form a government, then the leader will change. So the prime minister will also get changed. That is why he is the head of the government only. When coming to the president, he is the head of the state. Like, what is a state? State means, for example, India. India is a state. United States of America is a state. Israel is a state. Russia, China, these are all states. State is nothing but a country in simple terms, but has a legal recognition. It is very, very, very important. There is a difference between a concept like state versus nation. Okay? State means which is legal. Nation means it is just a psychological idea, philosophical entity, but which doesn't have any kind of a legal representation. There is no legal entity. So, president is the head of the state, and he is a ceremonial head, like where head of the state is required. He is a neutral person from the political parties. He is not associated with any political party. But coming to the prime minister, he is a leader of the largest party. He is associated with a political party. He cannot come out of a political party. He should always associate with a political party. And the president has a security of tenure, that is, 5 years, but a prime minister has no security of tenure. Whenever the government or if a political party loses majority, the prime minister might be changed. A president also can be removed within these 5 years through a process called impeachment, but it is very difficult because both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha they have to pass a motion in the two houses, but it is very difficult, very difficult. None of the prime ministers or that is presidents have been removed yet. That, however, Prime Minister, if a party loses majority in Lok Sabha, he can simply be removed. There were so many Prime Ministers who lost majority, and another party have formed the government. We will discuss about those names coming in the further lectures. And the Prime Minister is the real executive. That is, he takes all the decisions. He is the most powerful person in the country, like India. He takes all the decisions with the help of the Council of Ministers. There are three types of ministers: Council of Ministers, Cabinet Ministers, and Deputy Ministers. We will discuss about them again. Like I said, he can be removed by the Lok Sabha by passing no confidence motion. Okay. As I said, the Prime Minister is an MP. He is directly elected by the people if he is elected to Lok Sabha. If he is elected to Rajya Sabha, like in the previous lectures I have mentioned, he is indirectly elected by the MLAs. And coming to President, he is also indirectly elected by both MPs and MLAs. I am using the term MLA. I will explain them in the next video. What is the difference between the MP and the MLA? MPs and MLAs are same. One is the central level, another is the state level, but there are other differences also. We will discuss them in the next video. Indirectly elected by the MPs and MLAs, who the president. But the Prime Minister, mostly he is directly elected by the people. But he should command a majority, that is leadership role in the Lok Sabha. That is very important. Coming to the president, he is a neutral person, as I have said. He is not associated with any political party. He is like a grandparent in a home. Like there is a home and a grandfather, and he has a son and a daughter. He won't differentiate, right? Or a son or two sons. He doesn't differentiate them usually. He treats them in a similar manner. And in the previous lecture, that is in a parliament class, I have mentioned Parliament consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and President, because no bill becomes an act without his consent. That is, if a bill if it should become an act, it requires the signature of the President. That is, it requires the consent. Got it? So these are the differences between the Prime Minister and the President. And let us come to another point. Why do we need a president when we already have a prime minister? Because during emergencies, for example, if a prime minister dies during his office, for example, Indira Gandhi, she was killed, and let us not go into that story. When she was killed, the president has taken a decision, immediately appointed Rajiv Gandhi as the president. So the president acts as a senior most representative who takes decision and appoints the prime minister, and then he can ask the prime minister to win the vote of confidence in the Lok Sabha. But there needs a person who can take care of the situation during emergencies. That is why we need a person called president, and that is why he is a politically neutral individual. And the president can stop hasty legislation. That is, if both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha passes a bill, if a political party commands a majority in both the houses, he can get they can get the bill passed and they can send to president for signature. But sometimes the president can delay the enactment of the bill without putting his signature. We call it as pocket veto and suspensive veto. There are so many concepts. We'll again discuss them in the further lectures. However, he can delay the hasty legislation and he can also send the bill for reconsideration to any house saying that, can you please reconsider this bill? And sometimes during emergencies, for example, right now, the situation in the country, the economically, we need so many reforms. The prime minister can go to president and seek an expert opinion from him on so many serious matters. Like there can be a serious kind of a discussion where no other council of ministers can be involved. He is like a friend and philosopher of the government, that is to the prime minister. Because to rule such a vast country like India, we need two senior most executives who work in collaboration. One who is elected on the lines of party, and another person who is politically neutral, who takes care of the exigencies and welfare of the people. I hope you have understood these basic concepts. We will catch you in the next video. If you have any doubt regarding this class or any other concepts, comment below. I will explain them too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please share your love and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to like and share our video. See you in the next video. Bye.